I am super excited to have you guys here today because we are doing a live workout right now, Survive the Gauntlet style. So what that means is if you were here last week, we talked about the gauntlet itself based off of our Book of Brennan Gauntlet Prep and Training. So we went over, which is our new resource that we just put live for the Dance of the Dragons that we're doing with the Luxia next month, 2 months from now, November. So what we did was we went through all the ascents. We talked about what is in each ascent in the gauntlet, the types of exercises you would need to do in order to be able to survive that ascent and how to train for it. Now today, we're actually going to do a workout based on what we went over last week. So I will put the link for the last live if you want to go back and kind of watch our chat. It's like 15 minutes long. We talk about, like I said, each ascent, workouts to do for each ascent, and how to build the workout on your own. That's what we did last week. I'll put the link in the comments after I finish today. But today, we're going to do the actual workout. So what we're going to do is this is pulling from our Survive the Gauntlet 6-week training program that we have in our Nexus app. And we are going to do all 5 ascents of the gauntlet one time around. Now, typically when we have this in the app and you're doing this as a program and having us as a coach, you are going to do 3 rounds of each ascent. So that's why we call it like circuit training, Survive the Gauntlet circuit training. Today, just so you guys can get a taste of a little bit of everything, we're just going to do 1 round of 1 ascent and move on to the next one. 1 round of 1 ascent and move on to the next one. So if you want to make this a full workout, you can simply just pause me after we do 1 round of the ascent, do 2 more rounds, and then press play and go on to the second ascent. Do a round, pause, do 2 more rounds, go to the third ascent, do 3 rounds, 4 rounds, so on and so forth. So with that being said, I want to allocate the time to our workout. So we are going to do a warm-up. We are also going to do the 5 ascents and a cool down in total. The only thing you need, if you need anything, because you really don't need it anyway, is for the warm-up, I'm going to use a PVC pipe or a broomstick just for some shoulder stretching, but you technically don't need this either. If you just wanted to use a towel, you can use a towel, a blanket, a pillow, something of that nature, just to move a belt, resistance band, any of that will work. So with that being said, I'm going to move this out of the way and get the warm-up started. Okay, so we are going to start with hip crossovers. So you're going to lie on the ground. Make sure you guys can see me. Cool. Arms are going to go out to the side. Lift the knees up, and we're just going to start our warm-up. So I always like to make sure I move my spine. Oh, I hope you guys heard my hip crack on that one. And we're just going to go back and forth. 1, 2, and then 1 more time. 3. It's really important that when you're warming up, you move your spine in as many directions as you can before you get moving. From there, we're going to do prone hip circles. So you're going to come into a tabletop position. I'm going to move this out of the way. Ooh, that's loud. We're not going to do it that way. There we go. Come into a tabletop position. You want to pull the belly in. I also like to think about you're going to flex your glutes as you're trying to tuck your tailbone at the same time. From there, we're going to lift the knee up, and we're going to do circles with our knee. 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other. Lift the knee up. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. And then we'll switch to the other side. I'm going to turn so you guys can see. Knee up. 1, 2, 3. Other direction. 1, 2, 3. And good. From there, we're going to do the broomstick warm-up with the shoulders. So you can either use a belt, use a towel, resistance band, broomstick, PVC pipe, gonna leave my water there that I spilled and I'll clean it up after. Take it in your hands, palms are gonna face you, so palms are facing you. And you're gonna take it as much as you need to, as wide as you need to, so that you can get your shoulders up and over and back around. And we're going to do that 2 more times, so 3 times in total. And 1 more time. Good. Now from there, we'll take it behind us, hips, hands as wide as you need to, palms facing you again. And this time, we're going to take it the opposite way. Try not to let go of your grip and not let your shoulders come up high. 2 more times, up and around. And 1 more time. Good. Put the broomstick to the side. Take a sip of water if you need to. Here, we're not, you don't need to spill your water like I did. You can keep it in its container. So from here, we're going to move on to the first ascent and the first circuit of exercises. So in the 6-week program that we have, the Survive the Gauntlet circuit training that we have for dragon riders, all of the circuits start at a foundational level to build strength, stability, and understanding of how your body moves, and then it progresses over the 6 weeks to harder exercises. So we're taking this from the first week of training. So while we're going to be doing like walking lunges, at the end of the workout, if you're interested in looking at the 6-week program, it progresses all the way to like dumbbell step-ups on a bench where you're using additional weight and you're stepping up. Now for today, we're going to keep it body weight based and we're going to be doing walking lunges. From there, we're going to be doing single leg calf raises and jumping jacks. Now the reason we're doing that for the first ascent is because it's all about balance and coordination. So if you guys remember from the story for Fourth Wing, as well as Iron Flame, the Empyrean series, there's a spinning 15-foot log that you have to run across that is parallel to the cliff. From there, once you get over that 15-foot log, there's 4 granite pillars that you have to jump one to the other, hence the calf raises for the ankle strength. And then there is a wheel. Some people draw it vertical, some people draw it horizontal, but essentially it's spinning, kind of like those funhouse wheels, but there's only one small opening on both sides. So that's why we're going to do jumping jacks to work on getting our body to move quickly. So we're going to do 10 reps of each, so 10 lunges, 10 calf raises on the left leg, 10 calf raises on the right leg, and then 10 jumping jacks. And then if you wanted to, you can then pause and do 2 more rounds of that, or you can keep going with us to keep the workout a little bit shorter. So with that being said, we're going to get started. I'm going to move the bench out of the way for me. So, starting with the 10 lunges. So just in terms of lunge form, I just want to take a second to go over it. You want to make sure you're tucking your hips, core nice and tight. A lot of people tend to like dump into their belly in lunges. You want to keep this tight so you can keep your glutes on. And you want to simultaneously try to be pulling your front leg back and your back leg forward with your hips to find balance. So with that being said, we're going to do 10. Find a spot where you can go back and forth and I'll count with you guys. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, go into the calf raises. Try to keep your heel over your toes. Left side here. You can hold on to something if you need to, or you can stand on your own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then from there, the jumping jacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So from there, you can pause and do 2 more rounds of that, Or you can take a water break and we're going to move on to the second ascent. I'm going to grab water myself, but I'm not going to spill it this time, I promise. I hope you guys are enjoying this. All right, so the second ascent is all about grip strength. So in the Empyrean series, there is a series of 5 hanging balls. So I think about the ones that are like, I always say like American Ninja Warrior, but someone else last week when we were talking said, I can't think of the name of it, the splash one, where they like have to do the obstacle course and they fall into the water. They think of that too. So like big buoy balls that are hanging from a chain, and they're too big that you can't hug them. So you have to figure out how to like grab the chain and move yourself to the next one, and then around to the next one. So it's a lot of grip strength, a lot of hanging strength. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a hang on one side and a hang on the other. Now, in the program, you can start with both arms, but specifically, which I mentioned last week when we were going over building the workout, you can also grab a chair or something to bring the floor to you. Floor elevators is what I like to call them. And then you bring your hands to whatever you're going to hang off of. And you can use your foot to either apply more pressure, apply less pressure, lift off the pressure so that you're not having your full weight into your hands. So with that being said, we are going to hang for 45 seconds on one side and then 45 seconds on the other side. And I got a nice little clock so we won't cheat. All right, so when you're hanging, I definitely recommend full grip, and also think about pulling your wrists over the bar versus just hanging this way. So although they're not going to actually move over that way, you want to push down like you're making that movement. It will help with your strength. All right, 10 seconds until we start. Hanging from the left arm first. If you need that floor elevator, you can use it, or you can try to hang on your own. And begin. So we're just hanging and holding on as hard as much as we can. I should have not put lotion on my hands before this workout. There we go, I grabbed the grip part on the bar. 45 seconds is a long time. "15 seconds left. You got this, guys." Three. And time. Other side. I'm going to turn around, grab on, and hang. Again, I definitely should not have used lotion before this. 10 seconds. And time. All right, so if you're doing the full workout, you'll pause me and do 2 more rounds of that. If you're doing the quick version, you're going to stay right there. We're going to go into the third ascent. Take a water break if you want to. I know I'm going to. We had a hurricane yesterday, and it's still like 100 degrees outside again today. All right, so this third ascent, we have 3 giant textured metal rods hanging parallel to the cliff wall, lining up like battering rams is how someone explained it. So cadets must go arm over arm and then jump to the next bar. So we're not doing that today, but we're going to work on our pushing and pulling strength And then from there, after you get through all the battering rams, then you have to jump through a series of shaking iron pillars before finally leaping off onto the gravel to go to the next ascent. So we're going to do push-ups for the pushing and pulling for our arms, and then as well as squat jumps for the jumping from the one shaking pillar to the next. And we're going to do 10 reps of each of these. Now, just to kind of give you an idea of how this progresses in the program that we have, for starting with push-ups on the ground and rows in the beginning of the program will then lead to learning how to do assisted pull-ups, gorilla pull-ups, and a bunch of other pulling-based variety where you're hanging from the bar. The squat jumps may turn into, instead of just squat and jumping, it may turn into something like a kneeling squat jump. But with that being said, we're going to get into the third ascent. So 10 push-ups, 10 squat jumps. We got this. I'm going to move the bench out of the way and get started. Okay. 10 push-ups in 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 10 squat jumps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. If you're going to do the full workout, pause me. Do 2 more rounds of that. If you're doing a shorter version, take a water break. We'll move on to the next ascent. Okay. So, breathe through your nose when you got to catch your breath. Now we're going to move to the 4th ascent. Now, the 4th ascent, I like to say, is about quick footwork and full body climbing. Now, the beginning of it, which if you've read the story for 4th Wing, it's very sad. We lose a cadet on this obstacle. But it is a series of 7 nearly touching 3-foot wide timber logs that are set up like a staircase and spinning counter to each other. So some clockwise, some counterclockwise. So you have to run up this spinning staircase of death by quickly just touch and go, running 1 foot at a time. So you need really quick feet because, say you take too long, the log's going to pull you through, crush you, and drop you below. From there, you go through a giant chimney formation that's on an angle, about 20 degrees. And what you have to do, which is if you've ever watched American Ninja Warrior, you jump out like an X, you put your feet on the wall, and then you shimmy up. Now, we don't have a chimney to practice that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do plyometric lunges for the quick feet. And then we're going to do side plank and a side plank to work on the full body extension and activation. So for the plyo lunges, it's going to be 10 alternating lunges back and forth. I'll show you what that looks like in a second. And for the side planks, 30 seconds on one side, 30 seconds on the other side. So what that will look like is when you alternate, if I see a little limpy, I have injured my toe and I'm supposed to be taking it easy, but I've got to do this workout with you guys. So you jump from one to the other as quick as you can. And then for the side plank, you have a couple options. You can do full side plank. You can do on your elbow. You can do a modified side plank or also modified side plank. Those are your options. So we're going to get started with the alternating lunges, 10 of those, and then we're going to do 30 seconds on the clock for the 2 side planks. Let me get the clock started. All right, let's go. So, walking lunges, alternating lunges first, 10 in total, starting in 3, 2, and 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, coming into the side plank. We've got 5 seconds till the timer starts. Set up however you want to. And 3, 2, 1. And hold your side plank. Focus on your breath. In 3, 2, and 1. Now make sure when you're here, a lot of people like to sink into the shoulder. You want to push away as much as you can. And also don't let the hips drop. Push those away as well. It's a side body push. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, so if you're doing the full workout, you pause me. You know the plan at this point. Pause me, do 2 more rounds of that. And if you're doing the short version, we're going to keep going. Take a water break real quick. Take a breath. My heart rate's at 134. I hope you guys are burning some calories. All right, so last ascent of the day. So this one is all about speed and agility. So this is the final ascent on the gauntlet. So you finish this part, you go through threshing and the presentation day, and the dragons look at you, and then hopefully you get picked for your dragon. We'll go through presentation day, then go through threshing. So what this last ascent is, also very common in American Ninja Warrior, is it's a ramp that runs straight up the cliff. So the author describes it as about 10 feet out from the cliff and 10 feet up. And like the inside of a bowl is how they explained it. So in terms of getting up this vertical ramp, we can't really train that at home unless you have one yourself. So what I recommend doing is sprints, as well as high jumps. So for the sprints in the program, it's going to start off with a 30-second sprint with a 30-second rest. And over the 6 weeks, it builds up to the point where you're doing a 2-minute sprint and a 30-second rest, so that you can build that endurance over time. Now, if we were to be training to actually get up said vertical ramp, some cues you would do is you want to stay low in your center of gravity and really trudge upward with the legs, kind of like a stair stepper as you get to the ramp part. Now, the high jump part comes in because once you get to the ramp, you have to push with your legs to propel yourself upwards. Now, if you're Violet, you pull out your dagger, you stab it, and then you pull yourself up. If you are above 4 feet tall, then you could probably make the ramp without pulling your dagger out. So, with that being said, we're going to do a 30-second sprint, and we're going to take a 30-second pause, and then we're going to do 10 high jumps. So the difference between just jumping and doing a high jump is we're trying to get as high as we can versus just extending our legs and coming back into a squat. So you don't necessarily have to find a start the last ascent before our cool down. So 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to do a sprint. Now, for me particularly, because I have to modify because of my foot, I'm going to sprint in place. If you have the space, or you have a treadmill, which I have a treadmill as well, but like I said, I don't want to put that much leverage on my toe right now because it's fractured. You can do a full-on sprint and run outside. You could use a bike to do the sprint. Anything really in terms of cardio for a all-out force of a 90 to 100 intensity will do the trick. So do your version of a sprint for 30 seconds on the clock. We'll do 10 high jumps, and then we'll cool down. About 5 seconds. And we're just gonna run really, really, really quick. You're running to the ramp. You're going, you're gonna get there. Halfway there. Faster. Three, two, one. From there, we're gonna do 10 high jumps. And begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the last ascent. You know the drill at this point. If you're doing the full workout, pause me. 2 more rounds of that. If you're doing the short version, take your drip of water and we're going to cool down. All right, so moving into the cool down. If you have a bench, you can do this on a bench. We're going to do a pigeon stretch. If you don't have a bench, you can do it on the ground as well. But essentially what you're going to do is either do the pigeon stretch on the ground, which a lot of people know by this point, it's very popular. But I also like this modified version, where you bring your leg up onto the bench, or a couch, counter, table, chair, whatever you have available. So we're going to do 15 seconds on each side, and then we'll move on to the next cool down. Take some breaths. In through your nose, out through your nose. And we'll take 15 seconds here. Flex your foot. There's a bunch of different types of stretches in you can. I feel it more towards my hamstring when I sit up this way. Switch other side. And then I feel it more in my glute when I bend forward. From there, we're going to go into a frog. So, move the bench out of the way. We're going to hold this one for 30 seconds. Take your legs out wide as you can. Flex your feet. Try to make everything a right angle. And then you can stay here, or you can come here. And you're going to sit back and hold here for 30 seconds. A lot of people like to dump in their stomach. Make sure you pull your belly in when you do this. Got one more stretch after this. Stretch our shoulders out. Another 5 seconds here. And then from here, we're going to do a nice little shoulder stretch. You can do this on the ground. I'm going to stand up for the sake of standing because we're finishing up. Just find anywhere that's a wall, doorway, anything like that. Retract your shoulder blade and then rotate to stretch the arm out. And we're going to do 15 seconds on each side. So again, you grab the wall, retract the shoulder blade, and rotate. 15 seconds here, and then we'll do the other side. So I burned over 200 calories in the past 30 minutes. So if you did this for the 3 more rounds, switch sides, I mean, that's 600 calories burned. That's pretty good. And I mean, granted, my heart rate gets a little bit higher because I'm talking to you guys while I'm doing the workout. 3, 2, 1. All right. But I mean, it's a pretty good circuit. I'm sweaty. I'm gonna have to shower after this. So I mean, I hope you guys got a good sweat, just like myself. You guys did great completing one of these rounds, or all three if you paused it, of each of these 5 ascents. Now, remember, if you want to enjoy these full workouts and the full 6-week program for the Survive the Gauntlet program for our Dragon Rider series that we've created, you can take your workouts and programs to the next level by clicking on the link that I'm going to throw in the comment section. That'll take you to this program directly that you can do for a 6-week program. Or if you want to check it out, we have memberships where instead of paying for programs individually, you sign up for our app and you get access to all of our programs. So the 6-week Survive the Gauntlet program, the 12-week House of Wen stair climbing challenge, the 12-week Valkyrie Bodyweight boot camp, our Phoenix Embers 4-week fat loss program, like all of the programs that we have, all the recipes we have, all the holistic guides that we have, you get access to for one low price versus paying for programs individually. So I'll put the information in the comments if you guys are interested in that. And then lastly as well, we have the Book of Brennan Gauntlet Prep and Training, which I mentioned in the beginning of this video. So if you guys want access to that, that's actually a free resource that we have. So I'll put the link to that as well in the comment section, because if you like this workout, it's going to show you how to build this workout, as well as give you 3 exercises that you can do for each ascent. So it's not giving you this whole 6-week program, but it's kind of giving you a structured foundation to build it on your own. Other than that, I really appreciated you guys and gals joining me today to do this workout. I'm a sweaty mess. I hope you are too. And I'm excited to see you guys next time around. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe for those of you who are local to the hurricane. And other than that, just keep slaying, guys.